Download complete.
Have fun, Lion. See you again soon. Hi guys. Hi Nabby. Oh, so many people. Hi Felicia. We've got a lot to go through today. Ooh. You beat the monster, nice one. Wait, I saw that, didn't I? Did I not see that? So cool. We've got so much to get through today, guys. We've got Caleb's Myth, and I've heard there's a certain order you need to do it at. Oh jeez. And I feel like I need to wear my headphones for this as well, and my glasses, so be right back, 1 second. Yeah, I'm going to wear my headphones for this. So we've got Caleb's Myth. We've got all his other memories that we need to do as well. And apparently it's all like lore. It's real like canon lore within the universe. Let's take a look. So I'd like to see if we can cover the whole myth. Heard it's quite long. Oops, I'm just calling. Oopsie. Oopsie. I'm also looking at... I had that 5-star card ages ago, Painful Sigil. So I feel like I need to start going through a lot of the memories that I've got, like the 5-star dates. So we'll have to see where we get at. Maybe do it another time. Well, hi everybody, good morning, and well, good evening as well. But apologies, I've had to change the schedule due to my sister being around, so I've had to shuffle things around, so I hope you don't mind. Let me just get my headphones on. We can start soon, yeah? Is the connection okay? I was told that the bitrate needs to go lower, so I had to reduce the bitrate a little bit. Alright, let me get my headphones, one sec. I look like a hip hop person. I was wearing a blanket and it's cold. I've got to show you this really cool necklace that I got as well recently. Right, I can hear. I can see. Okay. Whoa. Damn, everything is so much more intense with headphones. So much more intense with headphones. Okay. I feel like one of those teachers. Because I look at the list and see if I recognize any names. So I've got Scarlet, Daisy, Mari. I always have to hesitate saying that. Never play a game without headphones. Yeah, it's so immersive. That's probably why people get so sensitive to like fighting game music and things, because yeah, probably wearing headphones. Felicia's here. I think Deda was here just a while ago. Where'd she go? Oh, she's gone now. Oh, bless her. Hi. I need to put the chat on. Hey, you okay? See, I told you I look like a little bit like a hippie. I feel like I need to wear the headphones today because I think there's a lot of story that I need to sort of uncover. And, I mean, the volumes looks okay. But look at this necklace that I got. My sister came back from New Zealand and, she got me this wonderful necklace. And the person on here is like a mask. It's like a... I'm not sure if it's a deity or a warrior from the past, but they're called Toki. And they are the symbol of courage, power, and authority. So now I have the power of the Mauis from New Zealand to protect me, which is kind of cool. Really cool. But like I said, we've got a lot to go through. A lot of lore. So I think there's a lot of reading for me. I'll take this off when the heating... I mean... Look, this is the turtleneck, but it's a little bit chilly right now. Actually, it's not too bad now. I'll put this on my lap for a bit. Oh, this music's nice. Thank you. Alright, so... we are... It's a very big cardigan. Casey's here. Hey, Casey. But I was just saying, I've got this story. My sister went to New Zealand. She was in New Zealand for a couple of weeks. And she brought me back this wonderful gift. Can you guys see it? But this gift is... I'm not sure if it's a deity or warrior. But do you know, like, Moana? And the... Moana, you know, the big guy. He's basically one of them, but apparently it symbolizes, the name is Toki or Toki, and they symbolize courage, power, and authority. So hopefully they can help us give that to us during the Caleb myth today. I'm excited. I've heard there's lots of good stuff about Caleb. I think when people finished Homecoming, a lot of people thought he was evil or maybe not a very kind person. And I don't know, I have to kind of disagree. The idea that he's evil, I kind of feel... I'm going to move this over here for a little bit, because... Is that okay? Just kind of do that. Is that better? You guys can see me a bit better then, right? Wait, let me just adjust this now. But, yeah, I didn't get those vibes. I thought he was a nice guy. I thought he was just, confused. Either way, I'll leave this another time. Anyway. I hope you guys are locked and ready, because we're going to do a really big one today. And I'm hoping the myth shows that Caleb is a good guy. Because I like him as a character. He's cool. Right, let's pause that. Thank you very much. Ooh. Okay. I'm locked, I'm ready. My voice is lubricated. You guys see that? I hope this is not too sad or depressing. You named your dog Moana since she loves water, just like Moana. That is adorable. That is so adorable. You haven't read the myth either. Okay, well, just to warn you guys, we are about to do the Caleb myth and trying to do it in chronological order. So if you want to experience this yourself, then you'll probably need to do another stream or come to another stream, because we will be going through this today, okay? Jeez, that's loud for me. You guys can hear everything okay? Music's good? Voice is good? Yeah? Yeah, we're really excited. I'm super excited for this. Okay. Alright. At the far end of the shelter, our paradise has long since closed its door. Lucid dream. I did not expect this wallpaper. This music is good. You can change the color, yes. If you type in ! color, then type in Caleb's name, then it will pop up with Caleb's color. Oh, I'm excited. I've had Silas's myth ready for so long, but I've heard such disappointing feedback from other people that I've just not really... I've not really felt the urge to do it. So... Elizabeth, hey. Yeah, so Felicia, if you do ! color and then... Oh no, you're telling them how to do it. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me. Okay. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. Alright, Caleb, show me what you got. Show me you're not a weirdo. Oh. Here we go. In a dark, warm quagmire, a viscous substance slowly dissolves. My body regains a sense of boundless weightlessness. My conscience stirs. Consciousness stirs as sunlight filters through my blurred vision. That is a interesting football. Is that a football I see? Ugh, I'm guessing I'm just woken up. Where am I? This place feels familiar. How did I end up here? Gentle footsteps echo outside. They're followed by the soft creak of a door opening. You just grunt at me? You just grunt at me, dude? I'll grunt to you.
Your fever's gone down. Just have some more rest. I asked the association if you could take sick leave. So, whether you want to rest at home or walk outside...
I didn't mean to skip that. Sorry, my fat
I asked
finger
the association if you could take sick
fingered
leave.
the right button.
So, whether you want to rest at home or walk outside for the next few days, I'll be by your side.
So, I'm imagining that when we took those pills in the main scenario quest, we had a dream, a lucid dream, and it's this one. I'm guessing. Is this a dream? Sunlight streams over the windowsill, yet the familiar face before me appears as if he's submerged in dark water.
It's okay. It's okay if you forget. Even if you don't remember anything, I can always say it again.
He lowers his head and gently grasps my hand, his gesture almost tinged in reverence.
I'm Caleb. I'll always be...
A buzzing noise suddenly fills my mind and overwhelms other sounds. I shake my head and touch my forehead. There's a thread-like crimson wound on the inside of my arm. My mind feels sluggish, as if it's something important that shouldn't have been forgotten was buried beneath a veil of empty ambiguity. What happened? Carmen Leung. Hi, Carmen Leung. Nice to meet you. Hi. We do these early streams just for the Asia time. It was interesting because my sister, she's also called Carmen. But, yeah, I had to arrange a few things, so hey, nice to meet you. 10 days ago.
Dear passengers, we have arrived at Sky Haven. Please ensure that you take all your belongings with you as you exit in an orderly fashion.
Dragging my luggage, I walk out of the train station and recall the route I took before. As I find fast food restaurant to the left of the exit, I take a picture. Kwa-ching, kwa-ching. Hey Caleb, guess where I am right now? Did it crash? Oh. What? I turn off my phone screen and shift my gaze. The fast food restaurant's glass will reflect my silhouette. Oh good, I'm glad I make you happy. The last time I came to Skyhaven was for work 2 months ago. I secretly infiltrated the fast space fleet so I could investigate the whereabouts of an ether core fragment. During that mission, Caleb, who became the fleet's colonel, reappeared before me. Immense joy plunged me into a bubble of reclaiming what I had long lost. However, as time passed and I learned more, Caleb's changed behavior and attitude distanced him from the image in my memory. Though we've recently found a new way to get along, still can't help but wonder. What secrets lie hidden behind that unfamiliar colonel's uniform?
Turn around.
Ah.
You should have given me a heads up. Still like to do surprise attacks, huh?
You always appeared in Lincoln without telling me in advance. Why can't I do the same thing? You were quick to show up. Caleb, you already knew I was visiting, right?
Or maybe I was so excited after I saw your message that I stepped on the gas.
Speeding and knowingly breaking the law? I hope you know what your crime is, Colonel.
Yeah, I know. I was waiting for you to arrest me.
Caleb takes the luggage from my hand and gestures for me to follow him.
Have you eaten yet?
I was planning to drop off my luggage at the hotel first. Aren't you supposed to be on duty today?
What about you? You got a day off and decided to take a trip to Skyhaven?
Yeah. Half a month ago, the Hunters Association assigned a special mission. Far-Space Fleet requested a hunter's assistance in detecting metaflux for one of their secret missions. For work and to be closest to Caleb, I secured this opportunity. I made sure to arrive in Skyhaven one day before the mission starts. Our shadows begin to meld together as we walk. I hesitate before deciding to keep this to myself for now. Yeah, I took a day off to see you, fool. You should be teary-eyed since that's the next step in the protocol. In the docking area, Caleb stops beside his personal aircraft.
Since you came all the way here for me, you need to play along with my plan now. Let me take you somewhere first.
Huh? This is a dream, right? This is definitely a dream, right? 10 minutes later, I stare at the familiar scene before me. I'm speechless. Caleb, if I'm not mistaken, this is your house, right?
You're not seeing things. I gotta respond in kind to your surprise.
The door creaks as it closes behind me. He slightly leans forward and the necklace I gave him sways.
Someone had planned a business trip to the Far-Space Fleet well in advance. But they kept it so under wraps that I had almost no clue.
I see. So some people just let the cat out of the bag. Now it's your turn. Why did the fleet request a hunter's assistance? What's the secret mission? Before I can finish speaking, Caleb reaches out and pinches my lips shut.
We can focus on the work stuff later. Cancel your hotel reservation first. And then...
His warm hands land on my shoulders and push me deeper into his home. Quickly step to the side and turn around. And then what? Caleb raises an eyebrow and gazes at me as if seriously considering something. My idiot brain just said something. He then spreads his arms.
You know what I mean.
Alright, come here, boy. My memory of the past merges with the person in front of me. The corners of my mouth curl up involuntarily. I move closely and then slowly wrap my arms around his neck. I missed you, buddy.
Welcome home.
Right next to my neck, his breath tickles my skin. He gently runs his fingers through my hair.
I'm really happy you're here to see me.
Through my hair? The fresh haircut, that's what it is. That's why it looks kind of short. As the sunset light filters in through the windows, our shadows lean closer together on the floor and meld into one. Wow. Nice start. Cute. Oh, I love this song. Yo, this song is good. Yeah, definitely wear glasses. Whoa. It's well, it's a lot more intense with headphones. Even just small reactions. Okay, here we go. The sun sets and rises. As its radiance descends on the city again, I prepare to officially report to the Far-Space Fleet. Personnel info was supposed to be confidential, but you somehow figured out it was me ahead of the time. Oh, I get it. You must have pulled a few strings again, Colonel.
It's a new day and you're still bothered by this?
I notice my shoelace is loose, and just as I'm about to bend down, he crouches.
It's because you turned down the fleet's offer for a shuttle. Figuring out the possible reasons isn't hard.
Surprising you is no easy task. I pick up the cap from the nearby coat rack, run my thumb over the silver insignia, and then place it on Caleb's head. Up. Your entire demeanor changes when you're wearing a uniform.
Is it too intimidating? Or is the color too heavy for you? It doesn't matter what role I'm in. I'm still the Caleb who helps you tie your shoelaces.
Is this myth supposed to be a dream or a reality? I'm not sure, Casey. But it's called Lucid Dream. Caleb ties my shoelace into a neat little bow. Then he stands up and adjusts my collar before opening the door.
Let's go. And keep this with you.
A key.
You can use it to open the door to my house, my car, and my personal aircraft. You can try it on anything to see if it'll open, basically. Since you declined the fleet's shuttle, you'll have to ride shotgun with me this week.
All right. The official meeting between the Association and the fleet will be held on the 17th floor of the fleet's command center. Upon arrival, I saw that the conference room was filled with attendees. Caleb had parted ways with me when we entered the command center. His new adjutant, Liam, guides me through the entry procedure.
Your seat has a label with your name on it. Walk straight ahead and you'll find it. I need to go now. I'll see you around.
Thank you. I nod. But just as I'm about to walk around the aisle, a voice calls out to me from nearby.
You're the hunter the Association sent?
And you are? The man wearing a fleet uniform has a row of medals on his chest. Sorry, I'm really struggling to pronounce stuff today. Almost like I'm struggling to read it. However, his piercing gaze that's directed at me draws my attention.
So, the command center allows anyone to just waltz right in now, huh? Caleb sure has a knack for being an eyesore.
I pause, unsure if I misheard him, and Liam, who returned before I even realized it, positions himself to be in front of me.
Colonel Heath, is there a problem?
You shouldn't stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
The man casts a dark look. With a snort, he turns and walks away. He seems to have a problem or two with hunters.
He's the Tomb Fleet's colonel, a seasoned veteran with a notoriously bad temper. Try to avoid him whenever possible.
Liam escorts me to my seat. He nods once and I sit down.
He has no problems with hunters. However, he doesn't see eye to eye with Colonel Caleb. You'll find out why soon.
Zane? What, you think he sounds like Zane? Looks like this mission is going to be a bumpy ride. He kinda does sound like Zane, doesn't he? As the meeting is about to start, attendees take their seats. The door opens. Amidst the quiet attention of everyone present, Caleb walks to the center of the conference room.
I'm sure everyone is already aware that there will be personnel changes within the fleet next week. I will assume command over the Tomb Fleet. Colonel Heath will be relieved of his duties so he can rest and recuperate at Atlee Island.
Kitty eats apple. That's a new one. Or not a very common one. Yeah, interesting. Maybe that's something you can write in the poll. Is this a dream or is this real? When does this take place, for example? So his fleet got taken over by Caleb. No wonder he's upset.
The Wanderers and Metaflux Index in the Deepspace tunnel are on a whole different scale compared to what Skyhaven and Lincoln display. This is why we've decided to collaborate with the Hunters Association. A hunter will supervise the physical evaluations of the Tomb Fleet officers. Now, the fleet handover ceremony will officially begin.
The hologram flickers and the lights dim. During this signal transmission, a faint glow lands on the various expressions of the fleet's senior officers in the conference room. My first day at the Fleet's command center ends with various transfer procedures. In the evening, Caleb and I decided to meet at the runway. Oh man, what's taking him so long? In the night's dense fog, Caleb's figure slowly appears, but behind him is...
Colonel Caleb, why are you in a hurry? You're not interested in the upcoming banquet?
The handover ceremony is complete. Whether I stay or not, you should be on your way to Atlee Island.
Caleb's gaze sweeps past me and he stops a short distance away.
Well, I'd like to give you some advice, young man. I know how you got this position. You're just Lucius's pawn, planted here to infiltrate the fleet. Just like how you took over my fleet, he can easily replace you with another sad pawn tomorrow.
In the fog, the man takes a step.
A year ago, I was standing in your shoes.
In other words, you've been abandoned, Colonel Heath.
I might be an abandoned pawn in his game, but not in someone else's. Kid, why don't you consider giving yourself a way out?
Once you're off the ground, the only path is forward. Have you gotten so old, Colonel, that you've forgotten what you once learned? Atlee Island's been experiencing lots of electromagnetic storms lately. Even the sturdiest aircraft could be torn to shreds. Worry about yourself first. I appreciate your advice, so let me remind you of something. Watch your step and keep your eyes on the road ahead. Until next time.
You...
The man seems furious. He attempts to stop Caleb, but his hand stops midway and droops down in a peculiar position as if it's frozen in place. Blocking Heath's line of sight, Caleb strides over. When his gaze meets mine, genuine joy lights up in his eyes.
When did you get here? You must have been waiting a long time. Come on, let's go home.
What a gentleman. It's already midnight by the time we get home. After changing my clothes, I lean against the couch and wait. Soon, Caleb walks out of his bedroom.
We're home and you're still frowning.
Man, you've already changed? He walks over and gently taps my furrowed brow.
What are you thinking about?
Seems that a certain colonel has his fair share of struggles against the fleet. I scoot over to make room for him, and I wonder how I can ask him about the confrontation on the runway. After today, I think I understand why you need a hunter's assistance. This Colonel Heath doesn't accept you at all. And while this situation looks like a fleet merger, it's really more of a one-sided takeover by you.
Oh?
But he's on his way out, so he's not worth stressing over. The real concern is the person pulling the strings behind him. They don't want you to control the Tum fleet. And that person is an actual threat to you. What appeared to be an infighting within the fleet could get much more complicated, especially if a third party jumps in. And that's why the Hunters Association is involved. The higher-ups will try to clamp down on any schemes to protect their secrets. Meanwhile, you should be able to take over without a hitch. It's only been a few months, Caleb. You're definitely stepping up your game. I narrow my eyes as if I'm closely examining him. Caleb can't help but chuckle as he passes me a nearby cushion.
Likewise. It's only been a few months, but someone's really been honing her people reading skills.
What about you? He's supporting you, huh?
Isn't that person you, Pipsqueak?
Oh,
You're keener and more skilled this time. Even your muscles look more toned.
dude. I haven't, to be honest, since streaming. I've gone to the gym less. I've been trying to make so many videos, but... Thanks, dude. Been working out, bro. Caleb leans in, and the light casts a shadow under his eyelashes. The cushion remains between us.
But you still look a little worn out. Have you been feeling tired lately?
Oh yeah, man. I've only had 5 hours sleep. We lock eyes, and my fingers glide over the cushion to rest on his hand. I hold it. Caleb, no matter what your next move is, I've got your back. Tell me, what do I have to do? Want to breathe into my ears one more time, boy?
Liam will be overseeing the
This, the first few times we see him in this myth, he just breathes in my ear, and he's done it twice. He's now done this 3 times.
main procedure.
He's very breathy.
You'll be in charge of gathering and organizing the personnel files of the Tomb Fleet.
Oh my gosh, has he got secret times? Has he got secret times? Oh no. Oh no.
And overseeing their anti-transformation tests.
And
What's with that "is that all" look on your face?
Caleb rescues the squished cushion from my grip and hands me another one. His expression slightly becomes more serious.
Don't underestimate your role. You've been here for only a day, and you already sense the tension in the air. This won't be a walk in the park. If you run into any snags, let Liam deal with them.
You mean Zane? I raise my eyebrow at him, and Caleb bursts into a fit of laughter. He knows. He knows it's Zane.
Of course, a
That's all I needed. Of course. He's like, of course it's Zane.
small task like this is hardly a challenge for you. Guess I'll just kick back and see how it all plays out.
That's more like it. Choosing not to dwell on the tension he mentioned for now, I shove the cushion into his arms and give him a thumbs up with a smile. I'll make sure to protect you, you poor, helpless, extremely strong and gym-focused person. That was sweet. So far, so good with this myth. Oh. I want this anytime. I could even go to the gym with this song easily. Oh, the official transfer of the, is it Tomb or is it Tum? Because I'd like to say Tum. The official transfer of the Tum fleet starts today, and as expected, the process is anything but smooth. Number 3997, Vice Captain of the Tum Fleet. You've served over 5 years, is that correct?
Did you call me over just so I could listen to this crap?
Excuse me, what did you just say to me, boy? Hey, buddy. Hey. Look me in the eye and say that again. After the transfer orders were issued, the fleet arranged a medical examination for all the officers. Can you explain why you chose not to participate?
Who doesn't know what this examination really means? You think everyone's itching to turn into a monster?
Monster? What are you talking about, the touring ship?
Oh, you probably don't know, being a hunter and all. That ship is just the beginning of their twisted modifications. Let me be clear. There's no way I'm doing that examination. I don't care if it's about modifications or that ship. I'm not doing it. The fleet's real big shot will return soon. Let's see how long your monster colonel can keep this up.
The interrogation light switches off and leaves behind a faint, swaying shadow. The big shot, huh? Could they really be the person who poses a threat to Caleb? I collect myself and lower my head to move number 3997's profile aside. And under it are old medical examination reports from some members of the Tum Fleet. The same person shows completely different results after being transferred to Caleb's fleet and undergoing the medical examination. The chip rewrote Kevy's memories also, and now it's causing a drastic enhancement in these officers' physical capabilities. Is this all connected?
Miss, here are the files you requested. I already organized them. Do you have any further instructions?
No, that's everything. Thank you.
Understood.
Ah, this guy. 3 days ago.
No! I'm not taking that exam! I'm not going! Release me! Caleb can only pull this off because he has someone's backing! You monsters! Nobody wants to be like you!
Not only have his physical capabilities been enhanced, but his personality has also been altered. What the hell are they trying to do to these people? I get up, trying to find that officer so I can get more information. But when I open the door, I'm stunned to see Caleb.
What happened? Why in a hurry?
Removing his hand from the door handle, he shifts his gaze to the end of the corridor.
You need something from that officer?
You're tentative. Or attentive. If I ask Caleb about the modification now, he probably won't tell me the truth. Should probably find some more leads first, and then I can confront him when he can't dodge the questions. It's nothing. I realized I forgot to ask him for another file, that's all. It's okay, I'll get it later. Caleb's eyes fall on the open examination reports. I lean against the edge of the desk trying to gather up the files behind my back. Shouldn't you be in a meeting right now? What made you stop by? Caleb's focus stays on the stack of files, and after a moment he raises his eyes to meet mine again.
I see someone looked into my schedule. The meeting ended early. I was passing by and thought I'd bring you some snacks.
Snacks? Dude, look at my face, it's so carby right now. I need to cut the carbs again. He offers me the small box and I slap it away.
Light refreshments from the meeting. You probably need them more than I do after working the whole day. By the way,
Thank you.
you'll be having dinner on your own tonight.
Oh, okay. I guess there's another urgent meeting for you, huh?
Just some minor stuff about the fleet merger. I'd rather take care of them myself.
Nodding, I accept the desserts, and yet Caleb remains where he is. I pause and then open the box. I hold it out to him. I mean, if you're not in a hurry, you want some?
It's okay. Take your time. I'll get going now.
Wait, Caleb, how long? How long will your meeting be? Caleb's gaze drifts over my shoulder and lands on the electronic clock on the wall behind me.
I'll pick you up at 9.
9? You're just gonna leave me with all these desserts? I have a secret, guys. My family bought, I think, desserts yesterday. Or was it day up before? And it was meant to be shared for the family. I think there was about 5 desserts. I had like 3 of them. Yeah, I had like 3 of them. I was like, this is kind of nice. And there was like a collection, you know, like British afternoon tea. You have all these different cakes. So I was just like, yeah, it was like cream cakes, chocolate eclairs, raspberry jam, donuts. Oh man, and that's why. See, look at this now. It's all pudgy. The carb base, you know. If I stop eating the carbs, it'll be like it'll go back to normal. It's carb base week. Oh man, I hope I can find some documents related to this modification. After reconfirming Caleb's schedule and office duty status through the virtual terminal, I set the dessert box aside after eating 3 of them. Oh, and I had it with a cup of tea as well. Oh, jeez. I have 3 hours. That's plenty of time to have a run. Yeah, literally that. I'm really bad with food. With food, I'm very good at not eating. But if you buy like a box of sweets or a box of meat or something, it won't be there by the end of the day. It'll be gone. So my parents love buying snacks. So when it comes to my door, that's it. It's over. It is over. Yeah, I need to not have it, basically. Liam and Caleb are in a meeting, and in the corner outside the Colonel's office, I take out the key Caleb gave me. Oh, it actually works. The door opens and then closes. A soft glow from a virtual screen illuminates the quiet office. His password is... In the past, Caleb used to jumble words and numbers that were meaningful to him in a particular pattern to create passwords. I tried 2 combinations and both were incorrect. And with only 1 attempt left, I clench my fist. After a moment of hesitation, I try again. It works. The password was a combination of "when you come back" and my birthday. This is a gooner. 100% gooner is what Natalie thought at that very moment. I can't afford any simps. As I duplicate his access permissions, I quickly search for anything useful. His personal profile. Oh man, it's his search history. Oh jeez. The profile reveals that Caleb graduated from DAA Aerospace Academy and participated in secret training during his 3rd year. He achieved outstanding stalker results. Secret stalker training? Anything I didn't know about? Subsequently, because of his exceptional Gooner performance in finding new patrol routes within the Deepspace tunnel, especially the patrol routes that I patrol exactly, he was promoted to be the fleet's colonel. Recommended by Professor L. Professor Lucius. So this person indeed played a role in Caleb's joining the fleet. The Caleb depicted in this profile is nothing like the person I know. And in addition to the unfamiliar resume, there's also a full body scan image. Oh my gosh, it's huge! Whoo! Damn! It's gradually revealed second by second. And in the part that's already visible, his right arm is marked in an abnormal shade of blue. I zoom in on the big blue. I zoom in on the blue. Circular. 2 big circular big blue areas. And notice how it's so bony and muscular. What? What? I can't help myself. I can't help myself. This is what they're referring to as modifications. Just as I'm about to take a closer look, the system just shuts down. The account is forcefully logged out. Ugh. Woo! A notification appears saying that the device's login permissions have been revoked. Please re-verify your identity. Have I been discovered? Taking a deep breath, I quickly delete the search history, and when I turn to leave, my clothes snag onto the drawer and yanks it open. I wonder what was sticking out of my clothes. Inside the drawer, that is so hard to say. Inside the drawer, a small rectangular object rests atop a pile of paper reports. Chip implanted for clinical trials only. I should look at this. What is this big, blue, circular area? Whoa! Whoa, don't touch it. It's locked me out of the system. Oh, it's so big. It's the Turing chip. Without hesitating, I hide the implanter in my shoe's secret compartment. And when I close the drawer and get ready to leave, the door opens. Oh. In the dim room, the brim of Caleb's cap casts a shadow over his gaze. He slightly tilts his head.
Why are you waiting for me here?
You took too long, bro. I was getting impatient. That justification sounded absurd, even to me. My palms begin to sweat, but he just grins.
Is that so?
Uh-huh.
Let's get going then. The meeting ended early. Time to go home.
His eyes almost unnoticeably drift over to the now dark virtual. He turns and holds out his hand to me. But I don't move.
What's wrong?
Aren't you gonna ask me?
About what? About why you're in my office? Or whether you found the thing you were looking for?
Pulling back his hand from the door handle, Caleb lowers his head. His gaze, obscured by the darkness of the night, engulfs me from head to toe.
Anyone entering the Colonel's office without permission will be taken to the interrogation room. No exceptions. But I'm the Colonel. Whether you're entering without permission or here because of my orders, I have the final say. There's just one minor thing, though. Any intrusion and duplication of system permissions will be reported straight to HQ. Covering up the traces will be a hassle.
Caleb slowly pries my fingers from the terminal decryptor and takes it. His movement is deliberate, yet firm, leaving no room for resistance yet.
I doubt you'd put me between a rock and a hard place, right?
The face, the voice, the actions. I know them all too well, yet the person standing before me is like a stranger. I open my mouth, attempting to question him, but the words falter and fade away. In the face of his composure, all my feelings seem utterly hopeless. Caleb, I just want to figure out what kind of trouble you're caught up in right now. Can you tell me?
I can't speak about anything that's classified.
What happens if you do? Will you also be sent to Atlee Island and become another abandoned pawn?
When's the last time you took care of your hair? It's a lot longer now.
He stays calm and gentle, softly brushing my stray hair away from my face. As if nothing happened, he smoothly shifts the conversation.
I can't even see your eyes.
I notice the blinding gleam from the insignia on his shoulder. After a long pause, I slowly manage a wry smile. Ah, Caleb. Has anyone ever told you that this uniform is like your mask? He stands motionless. The door is right there, but we're locked in a standoff, unable to move past each other and leave. I did set that nickname. Come on. Let's go home. Darkness enshrouds his eyes, making his expression hard to read. He glances down for a moment, then lifts his gaze again. The fleeting wavering has already dissipated like a mirage.
Okay, let's go home.
Oh, I liked that episode. That episode was fun. We got to go into his personal computer, check his search history, understand why he's such a good stalker, and take a good look at his full body scan. You know, his arm isn't the only thing that's been modified. I'm just gonna say that now. I know Caleb wouldn't reveal the fleet's secrets to me, but he once said he would have been abandoned if he didn't join the fleet. He didn't want me to suffer that pain again, and also admitted that he's always been this cold, distant, gloomy son of a gun. I really can't tell which version of him is real. I know he's the most important to me in this world. The touring ship, the secret training, the two big blue modifications. Whatever these terms really mean. I hope they're not tying him up. Or maybe I do want him to be tied up. Why am I holding the microphone like that? I feel gross. Whoa! Let go of the microphone, Nayt. These strings compelled him to reappear before me, and one day, the unseen hand controlling these strings will pull him away from me once more. The TUM fleet's handover is undoubtedly a conundrum, and I'm bracing myself for the process to drag on endlessly. Yet 3 days later, an unexpected banquet is held. Oh, that looks like a nice restaurant. Oh. You guys listen to that music? As music fills the air and glasses clink, people approach Caleb every now and then to offer their toasts in his honor.
I never thought the handover would progress so smoothly. Will you also present the survey report at HQ next month, Colonel?
See you later, Casey.
There's a bright future ahead of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
After dealing with another officer who came for a chat, Caleb finally puts down his glass and walks to the corner where I'm standing.
It's only been a couple of minutes and your hair's looking a little messy. Where did you go?
He gestures for me to lower my head, then he removes his glove and leans in to carefully adjust the strands of hair near my ears. The ornate mirror beside me catches a transient glint. It's from the hairpin Kaylee gave me before the event.
I imagined how good you'd look with it when I bought this. And I was right. You're stunning. Do you like it?
His fingertips brush against the back of my ear. Makes me shiver, but I don't flinch. I don't say anything either. From your earlier conversation, the handover of the TUM fleet went well, I'm guessing.
So you've been paying attention to what I say. Well, you're correct.
Until the day before yesterday, most of them were still unwilling to cooperate. My gaze sweeps across the banquet hall as I silently savor this peace I haven't experienced in a while. There are no biting remarks or sarcasm, and amidst the soothing music, the faces drifting by are peaceful and somewhat unfamiliar.
Are you asking me where Colonel Heath, Tomb Officer number 3997, and all those who opposed the handover went? Surely you figured it out by now.
You shot them in the head.
They're right where they should be. They won't disrupt us or cause you any more stress.
He did.
Isn't that a relief?
He did. He did. He killed them. The night breeze rustles the curtains by the floor-to-ceiling window. Moonlight bathes him in its greyish glow and makes him appear like a statue made from plaster.
Why are you giving me that look?
Well.
Do you hate it when I'm like this?
I'm just curious. If I throw a wrench in your plans, like those people, what are you gonna do to me? Lock me up?
You wouldn't force me to do that.
Yeah. I've got your back after all. Doesn't matter what you do. So, Why are you still not telling me about your plan? Amidst our silent impasse, the music transitions to the next song. Whoa! It seems I won't receive an answer from him. I turn to leave, but in the next instant, danger erupts. What the hell is that?
Get down.
Something whizzes through the air. My sight is obscured by the mist, and out of habit I turn and draw my gun, but Caleb reacts even faster. Suspended in front of his forehead, defying gravity, is a bullet. Oh. You're their target? Quick, take cover. I tighten my grip on my gun and try to lead Caleb behind a pillar, but he stops me in my tracks. He doesn't meet my gaze. His eyes linger on his palm instead, his lips pressed into a thin line for some reason. Caleb?
There's no point in hiding. This bullet is probably their first move.
I heard the doggy. As we talk to each other, the commotion inside the hall quickly subsides. Well-trained officers quickly regain control of the scene, but the assassin has yet to be captured.
It's a diversion. Their actual target must be elsewhere.
He slowly clenches his fist, and when he raises his head, the shadow of his cap's brim obscures his eyes. Following his line of sight, I look outside. He's staring in the direction of the Alpha and Beta fleet bases.
You stay here. Liam.
How many people can you trust now? Caleb, I'm your best choice. Come on, man. I shake his grip off my wrist, and something flickers in Caleb's gaze. A hint of hesitation betrays his words for the first time.
It's possible that either the Alpha or Beta fleet base has been taken over, but I can't be sure which one. I already sent people to the Alpha fleet base.
I'll check the other base for you. Our eyes lock. We found ourselves in a stalemate once more. This time, after a long silence, Caleb finally relents.
Liam, go with her.
Go on, Zane. The adjutant standing silently beside us looks at Caleb, and after they make eye contact, he nods to acknowledge the order.
Be careful.
You too, buddy. I hastily holster my gun and head for the exit, and before I step into the dark night, I look back. Caleb, you really do need me for this, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. Wait for my good news, huh? You know, if they were standing like 10 meters apart, like either side of the room, I wouldn't be able to hear that. You know? Like, it would just be silent. I'll be like, dude, you having a heart attack, dude? You got asthma? Like, you need an inhaler? You okay? Hello? But we're having like a normal conversation, but we're like 20 meters away from each other. In like normal volume. The girl's figure fades into the night. She's heading in the opposite direction of where the real danger lies. The veins on Caleb's neck bulge and then recede. What? The veins on Caleb's neck bulge and then recede. The way they describe these things is so weird. He narrows his eyes at the bullet in his palm for a long while. He slowly tightens his grip around it. In the unfathomable darkness, the only source of light emanates from a door slightly ajar in the fleet's armory. Approaching the sound of footsteps reverberates in the vacant dim corridor. Sorry, I've got the giggles. Let me giggle. What's he called? Toki. Is it Toki? Protect me. The man who's sitting in the room unveils a malevolent grin. Is the little man here?
You're quick on your feet.
What the heck?
You're quick on your feet.
Oh, I've got the giggles, guys.
You're quick on your feet.
Why do I find this funny? There's too many funny. It's like it was too much all in one go, and then Monty came in as well. So it was, oh jeez, it was the neck pulsing. It was the
You're quick on your feet.
the voice acting, and then the breathing. Oh man. Seemingly crushed by an unseen force, the man's veins instantly swell. His face turns red as he collapses to his knees, unable to control his fall. At the same time, numerous red dots light up, all zeroing in on Caleb's figure that's concealed among the shadows.
Who said you could start it when she was around?
How could you?
No gunshot rings out, and the expected explosion never comes. Caleb locks eyes with a dumbfounded man as he walks into the light, one deliberate step at a time. The gun barrels aimed at him are twisted downward. The crisp sound of breaking bones cuts through the air as he steps on the man's wrist, pinned to the ground. I like this guy's voice acting. Hi, Fuzi.
Having me die for no clear reason in this armory I've just taken over. Honestly, it's not a bad idea.
I don't know. I know it's really. I'm so sorry if you guys are so immersed in this context, but it was just the combination of like. I had the giggles because this line here, Caleb's neck bulge, the veins on Caleb's neck bulge and then recede, and it was just me and my thoughts just running wild. And then the Colonel gets wrecked. He gets absolutely destroyed. He's like, "Oh, you're quick." It's just,
You're quick on your feet.
and then it was the this bit. It was kind of funny. It's just me. If it's just me, I'm so sorry, but it's made me laugh. Like, I'm sweating now. Oh, dude. Oh, shit. Black Oracle. Nayt, you can be the 6th LI. I said that terribly. I am the 6th LI. Nice to see ya. Anyway, should we compose ourselves? Should we do that? Should we compose ourselves? Alright. Calm. Tranquil. Bulging neck vein. Okay. Oh, jeez. I can't do it. Okay.
That'll definitely make those cunning old foxes at the top suspicious. Naturally, I'll be a perfect justification to purge all the people I've just gathered under me.
After slowly putting on his gloves, Caleb leans down and grabs the man's distorted, reddening face.
Too bad you picked the wrong target.
Oh, I like his voice here. Caleb's hand moves to the man's throat. What? Heath's eyes bulge with pain as Caleb's grip tightens, and the bones in his neck creak under the pressure.
You don't you dare to kill.
Why don't I? Haven't you already come up with a reason for it? A firearms mishap in the armory, with Colonel Heath and others heroically sacrificed.
Don't you dare.
Humor me for a bit. Who do you think those old foxes will protect? A valuable colonel? Or a bunch of corpses with unknown causes of death?
Ooh. He's really clicking it.
Colonel Caleb, it's been a long while.
In the shadows, a slender figure emerges. With a flick of that person's fingers, dark blue veins abruptly surface on the side of Caleb's neck. He's brought down to his knees.
I thought destroying the touring ship would be difficult. I'll just use your dead body as a greeting gift to Professor Lucius then.
The incandescent light bulb suddenly goes out, and with a flash of lightning outside, Caleb's pupils contract in an instant.
I was wondering how Heath would dare to act so recklessly. Turns out it was you.
With bloodshot eyes and muscles taut with strain, Caleb slowly lifts his head, each movement underscored by the flickering and throbbing hum of electricity.
Even with you involved, the outcome will still be the same.
The door slams shut with a jarring finality, setting off a symphony of sounds that echo like a chaotic banquet. Yet as the thunderstorm rages, the cacophony gradually gives way to silence. Fascinating. It's really fascinating what's happening right now. The bulge neck. The bulge neck. You guys doing? Okay. One more and we'll have a quick interval. Subdued thunder grumbles in the sky as a deep roar resounds from the command center, as concealed within dark clouds. Aircraft stands on the silent runway, and after checking both bases, I've confirmed that the so-called takeover was nothing but a fabrication. Above my head, the navigation lights of more than a dozen aircraft weave dense, glowing trails across the night sky. The wind stirs up the airwaves, sending them swirling into the distance. Those are Caleb's reinforcements, right? I look at the adjutant who had forcefully escorted me back to Skyhaven, and in the descending rain, his countenance remains calm. The fleet bases were never in danger. It was Caleb who played the diversion. And you knew this, Liam.
Considering the circumstances, ensuring you left the area was for the best.
You guys really think that sounds like Zane? Really?
Considering the circumstances, ensuring you left the area was for the best.
Did you also predict that they make a move at tonight's banquet? Oh man, he planned out everything again. But I never thought my role would have me be out of the game.
You are the only person the Colonel can trust. However, your presence would affect his decisions. Please don't hold this against him.
How could I? It's just that this overwhelming need to protect me is just... it's a little bit crazy. And even if I return to the fleet's command center now, I'd only end up being a spectator at Caleb's side. On the dimly lit street where light and shadow intertwine, I shuffle around aimlessly. Liam, you're Caleb's buddy, huh? You think he trusts you?
I don't need the Colonel's trust. I only need his orders.
So if he orders you to leave behind your beloved ones, you'd do it?
That's precisely why I can stand by his side and serve him.
Huh. The red light flickers on the opposite side of the empty crossroad. I stop in my tracks and look into his empty gaze. Caleb Pin, you think he sounds like Viper? Maybe.
Miss Hunter, we're not the same as you.
How so? Is it because I'm not modified? Lim, if the chip was implanted into me, what would your colonel do?
He'd do whatever it takes to get it removed. But miss, you don't have to put yourself through that pain.
Of course.
You're safe now. I'll start heading back. The Colonel said he'll be waiting for you at home after the banquet ends.
Liam bows and then salutes me. He turns to leave. The downpour drapes over the glass wall by the street. I look over and see my blurred reflection in a cascade of falling Asiatic apple petals. What the hell is that? Google. Google, darling. Hello, Google.
Asiatic.
How did I say it? Asiatic.
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 Asiatic. Relating to or deriving from Asia. Wow, I should have seen that a mile away. Oh boy, the touring chip I took from the Colonel's office is still in the secret compartment of my shoe along with the implanter. The remaining distance between Caleb and me will disappear with just one simple press. The street lights glimmer in the rain as I sit on a bench. I'm drained of strength. The implantation is quick and simple. It's just a faint trace on the inside of my arm. This is my secret to bear alone. It feels like me against the world, and I'd go to any length to cry out my agony. Just imagining Caleb's reaction upon finding this out sends a shiver through the depths of my heart. She put it inside her. What the hell? The sound of footsteps draws closer, and just as the shadow engulfs me, the rain stops.
I've been looking for you everywhere. Why didn't you return home? Liam shouldn't have left you alone in the street.
I walked here by myself. It's got nothing to do with him.
Why are you sitting in the rain like this? You'll get sick.
When we played hide and seek in the past, Caleb always managed to find me. But even if he finds me now, I can't bear the thought of going back to that place called home with him. Caleb, look. There are 8 Asiatic apples in Skyhaven. I turn away from Caleb's face, letting my gaze drift to the line of blossoming trees that extend into the rain.
There was an Asiatic apple tree by the train station near our old home. Every year when its petals fell, you'd be there to see me off before I left for Skyhaven. I didn't know you liked Asiatic apples.
I didn't know I liked them too until now. Oh. I don't. Because Asiatic apples, flowers, take you away from me. That's really sweet. I'll say that again. Because Asiatic apple flowers take you away from me. I don't like them.
No one can take me away from you.
The vibrant clusters of flowers carry no scent, like I'm staring at rows of trees adorned with beautiful but lifeless specimens.
Will you come back with me now?
How long do you plan to lock me up this time? A month? A year? Or forever?
If every problem pulls me further away from you, then I'll spend a lifetime searching for the answers. But until that final moment, we'll always be together.
What if my friends and colleagues from the association come looking for me?
In that case, I'll hold a funeral they can attend, so they'll think you're gone forever.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
Let's go back, or else you'll catch a cold.
Damn, look at his angry face. He's like, let's go back for. That's crazy. So I'm reading this. Miss Owari, thank you for the follow. Isn't it funny that you're worried about me catching a cold after discussing my funeral?
So, if I don't show concern as someone close to you, it doesn't count as being genuine? You can't convince yourself to hate me with every fiber of your being. Wouldn't you agree? I'll eventually find a way to make things right. As long as you're by my side.
Caleb, I hate it when you're like this. Get off me. Fine, come here. I missed you, buddy. What I hate the most is how you're always able to change my mind.
I'm sorry. I feel like I don't know how to take care of you anymore.
Look, what the hell's going on, man? Caleb, are you okay?
Let's go home.
Caleb, are you okay? Yo, dude. What's going on? I thought when he went down, I thought he was just sad, but he's literally physically, like, being taken down to the ground, right? Interesting. And the plot thickens. He was literally, like, his motor neurons just shut down at that point. That was crazy. Well, an hour and a half, I've lost my words today. An hour and a half it has been. I'm going to have a 5-10 minute break. Is that okay? And we can refuel and re-energize. So, see you. 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Something like that, okay? See you in a bit. See you in a bit. back. And oh boy, I literally just ate my lunch. I can eat my lunch quick, right? I've got a big mouth. What did I miss? I had a Pokeball, salmon Pokeball. Oh, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm not very good at restaurants. If we ever eat together, I'll probably be watching you most of the time because I eat quite fast. I'm like, up, up, up. And you'll still be there eating probably your first bite. It's quite quick. I eat quite quick. So. But I got some tea as well, so we're okay. Is everyone here? Fasten your seat belts. So what did we cover? First of all, we aren't sure if this is a dream. And I'll probably do this because it's a bit easier to see me. But first of all, we're not sure if this is a dream or not. But this is Skyhaven. And Caleb lives there. So we've been there before. I don't exactly know what we're doing there either. But when he gave us those sleeping pills in the main scenario, it makes me think that this is a dream. Because they were like, it just kind of followed up from there, right? So, I don't know. But I hope everyone's here because we're about to start. We've got a busy schedule in our hands. So let's go. I love my little baby voice. Y'all ready? Can you see that? You can't. Oh, sorry, you can't. There we go. There you go. Let's go. Alright, here we go. Given Caleb's current state, I can't entrust him to anyone in the fleet. I have to take him home. Without even drying off from the rain, I use all of my strength to bring his big, muscly body to my bedroom. And as soon as I push open the door, his weight pulls me down onto the soft bed with him. Oh! Oh, he's all over me. I prop myself up and my gaze is drawn to the crimson veins behind his ear.
Warning. Emotional fluctuations have surpassed the threshold limit.
The sound in the headphones is crazy.
Don't take her away.
I'm here, Caleb. I'm not going anywhere. He clenches his fists, his pale knuckles leaving behind a trail of blood. Damn, he's like holding on so tightly that he's like making himself bleed. I quickly take his hand and press it against my my chest. The crimson veins beneath his skin branch out from behind his ear, extend to his shoulder, and flow down his tense right arm.
Commencing chip activation process. Executing mandatory erasure of neurons.
Sweat soaks the hair on his forehead, dripping onto the bedsheet, and meanwhile his body is racked with spasms. Even though I'm unaware of what changes his body is undergoing, the scene before me is all too familiar. In the serene garden of that villa in Skyhaven, Kevy, who had recently lost his sister, went through a similar experience. This isn't good. I've got to make it stop. Steadying my trembling hands, I try to search for a button on his body, one that might not even exist. It's at this moment that he opens his eyes. Ah! The room swells around me and my back is slammed onto the bed. I look up to find Caleb's face, drenched in sweat, staring back at me. Caleb! My wrists are yanked above my head, pressed against something cold and stiff. It feels as if it's not his hand that's restraining me, but rather a lifeless machine.
Why are you struggling?
What do you mean why
Are
you're
you
struggling?
scared of me? Do I feel like a stranger to you?
He leans down, his damp hair catching the room's cold light in the room. Drops fall and trickle down my collarbone.
Program complete.
How could you possibly understand my guilt and sin?
The pressure pinning me down finally eases. His body slumps onto me. Only his right arm continues to twitch in some sort of rhythmic pattern. Since Caleb returned to me, I rarely had nightmares about him. But I dreamed of him that night. There was no sun. He floated within a dark green jungle. The ropes that bound him morphed into vines sprouting from sturdy branches. They wrapped around his wrists and ankles like venomous snakes flicking their tongues. Every muscle swelled under the vines' encroachment. Tiny hair like thorns pierced his skin and greedily siphoned nutrients from his flesh. They then injected new toxins into his nerves. His body trembled like a beast caught in a trap, struggling against the restraints that only grew tighter with every move. Finally, he crashed into the dirt, buried by leaves carrying the scent of decay. A wilted leaf fell down slowly. It covered his hollow eye socket. Hey, Ryume. The jungle devoured his body, leaving him as a withered tree choked by its grasp. Nice! Waking up from that dream, I groggily reached toward the other side of the bed. Caleb. My palm feels nothing but the mattress. I instantly return to reality. Caleb? I need to go to the living room. As soon as I make a turn in the hallway, morning light floods my vision. Skyhaven's sunlight has always been brighter than the one that touches Lincoln. And through the gaps between my fingers, a figure becomes clear, as if rising from a pool of clear water. When did you get up? I let out a sigh of relief and walked towards Caleb. I place my palm on his forehead and then slide it down his right arm, gently squeezing as I go. Do you feel better now? Let me take a look. His gaze shifts to my face, and he's holding a photo that was originally placed on the coffee table.
When I woke up this morning,
Hi, Luna Cat.
I saw you were lying down next to me.
Luna Cat Fairy Queen, what a name. What a pleasure to have you and to host you here with the nation. Oh, is that it? Not intending to guess the meaning behind his words, I lower my head and take the photo from him. In it, Caleb is wearing a uniform. The girl next to him is planting a tender kiss on his slightly surprised face. His embrace and the way he carries himself feels familiar. His body doesn't resist, and it almost seems like he wants more. This is a photo of Caleb and me, and it was taken when we graduated from Aerospace Academy, or when he graduated.
So...
His fingers brush my temples as he tucks a strand of hair behind my ear, tracing the curve of my very carby, pre-dessert jawline. Caleb gently lifts my chin. Dude, I'm fat. His cool touch strokes my cheek as if he's seeking an answer to some enigmatic question beneath my skin.
Who are you?
Oh. Caleb, you don't remember me? Oh shit, he doesn't remember us. The most absurd assumption ends up being true. Caleb is sitting in front of me, yet he acts like a puppet stripped of its soul. Unlike Kevy, his memories haven't been altered. The Turing chip has completely wiped them out. So it's more than just me. You don't even remember who you are. As he sits on the couch, it feels as though a frosted glass wall separates us. He's so near, yet I can't see him clearly.
But I remember the way you made me feel.
He lowers his head, his index finger fishing out the metal necklace hiding under his collar.
I also remember you gave this to me. Were we close like this?
After everything that's happened, it's hard to put our relationship into simple words. He was one of the most important people in my life, and even with all that has happened, he's still someone I cannot afford to lose. My heartbeat is like a ballroom that rises high, or a balloon in this case, only to come crashing back into my chest. When I lock eyes with Caleb, a ridiculous thought strikes me like lightning. No matter what I say, he'll believe me. Shit, what do I say? I kind of want to stay silent, but what do you guys want to do? Let's do a little poll. What should I do? It'll be... What do you guys want to see? And this music is so good. Mari with the quick 1, 2, which answer? Okay, everybody wants that one. Alright then. Alright. Okay, cool. You're the most important person to me. And I'm the most important person to you. As if to affirm my words, I snuggle against Caleb's chest and wrap my arms around his neck. Caleb, I'm the only one in this world who truly knows you.
You're the only one who truly knows me.
Yeah. And you'll never leave me. Just like the vines that cling to a tree. We shared a part of our lives with each other that we'll never forget. So, we'll never be apart.
I'm sorry. I can't remember anything.
It's okay. I'll always be here for you. The pleasure from deceit and setting traps almost numbs my limbs. I tighten my hold on him, and my lips brush against his earlobe. Just like what you've done for me. The open window is closed as a sudden breeze sweeps through the room. Our shadows intertwine and blend into the flickering darkness, mingling with the shifting patches of light on the floor. Kid, can you promise me something? From now on, you won't go anywhere else, and you'll always stay by my side. Is that okay? After a moment's hesitation, the chill touch of his arm seeps through the thin fabric of my clothes and settles on the small of my back. The tightening force avows a last bit of distance between us.
I promise.
The amnesia Caleb was like a blank page in a book, the result of an error, and if someone must rewrite him, then that person was me, and me alone. I hid his phone, fleet's uniform, communication device, and anything else that might wake him from his dream. It's never easy to locate a fleet colonel's residence. That dim house was a chaotic black hole evading the constraints of time. He's reduced to a solitary floating island that drifts within, and I was the sole resident. Over the course of 3 days, it's as if we've returned to our childhood, to the small garden of that shelter where we first met. We only grew with each other's company, and the world beyond these walls didn't mean anything to us. Hey Ari, nice to have you here. Caleb, there are a lot of monsters outside. Will the world end tomorrow? There's no need to be afraid of the end at the end of the day. Where do you want to go today? Let's have some fun, Pipsqueak. The amusement park. Skyhaven's amusement park was built on a small island near the central island. Top half of the Ferris wheel disappears into the clouds. Amidst the crowd's screams, the pendulum ride reaches its apex, and just off the ride, I lean against the railing, my stomach churning like a storm.
Aren't you supposed to be a deep space hunter? Is it safe for you to hunt in deep space when you're like this?
Caleb crouches down in front of me as he holds ice cream he just bought. I didn't have breakfast today. Besides, suppressing a sudden wave of nausea, I lean in and take a quick bite of the ice cream in his hand. It's just a title. That doesn't mean we're hunters in deep space, or we go into deep space to hunt.
So, if you're a deep space hunter, then what am I?
You're a good boy. Standing up and letting out a sigh of relief, I place the puppy-eared headwear I've been holding on Caleb's head, and then I hook his index finger with mine as we walk into the bustling crowd. You're the sidekick of a deep space hunter. Time flows differently in the amusement park, and even without planning anything, we still manage to spend the entire day here. The dusk in Skyhaven paints the skies in shades of purple and orange as the sun sinks into the distant sea of clouds. The sightseeing train loops around the floating island. In the last passenger car, Caleb and I sit side by side in the back row.
I bet you used to tease me all the time. Am I right?
He removes the headwear and tucks it into the plush apple bag slung across his chest. He ties the glittering balloon to the train car's handle. But you always took it willingly. Even enjoyed it. He pats his own shoulder.
Want to take a nap?
A nap? I yawn again and lean my head on him. Caleb. In a happy place like an amusement park, no one wants to waste time sleeping.
Really? Well, this place kind of feels like a dream. And I don't think it's a waste of time to sleep in a dream.
Shifting into a comfortable position, I nuzzle Caleb and close. Oh, I see, and close my eyes. Then promise me you'll still be here when I wake up. The wheels rumble as they begin to move. Suddenly, the watch on my wrist emits a faint vibration. I turn away from him a little and check the message. It's a notice from the Hunters Association. My temporary assignment is supposed to end in 3 days. The association is asking about the progress of this mission and confirming my return date.
You took away my phone, so it's only fair if I confiscate your watch. Why do you look unhappy?
I put away my watch and turn back around. It's nothing. Our sweet dream is about to close its doors.
It'll be open again tomorrow. We can come back.
The clouds in the sky look like a flowing oil painting, and right behind Caleb is the fleet's command center on the central island's highest point. He's been Maya for 3 whole days. I wonder how it will take for the storm to reach us as it brews atop that tower. Words rush to my lips, but suddenly for some reason my mind feels foggy from a throbbing pain. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I've tried to understand that. Maybe This planet will explode tomorrow, and it'll be the end of the world.
That's nothing to be afraid of. The world we live in is already mid-explosion. So even if it comes to an end, we can always move on to the next one.
The pain in the inside of my wrist intensifies, but somehow my nerves start to twitch with a strange, excited tremor. I'm older now. I don't believe in those stories anymore. I look down at Caleb's hand resting by his knee. Carefully, I separate his fingers and then give them a soft squeeze. I just realized how big your hands are. You know what they say about big hands.
Back then, when I was teaching you how to shoot, I couldn't completely cover your hands. But now...
Caleb's eyelashes flutter down as he lets me play with his fingers. Then gently he closes his hand around mine, enveloping it completely in warmth. Now, we've both grown up.
Does that mean we can finally do all the things we used to want to do but couldn't before?
Get your head out the gutter, you dirty boy. We couldn't do? Or you mean the things we wouldn't... Oh! No! It gets worse every time. Every time. Damn it. Oh boy. This game doesn't help itself. I'm like, get your head out the game, Nayt. I get my head out the game, and the game's like, no, go back in. Put your head back in there. Crazy, right? Oh boy. Our fingers intertwine. Our skin rubbing against each other. I can feel his heartbeat travel from his bone to my ears. Caleb's voice takes on a serious tone.
What if I dare? Will you do the same?
My fingers slightly tremble in his grip. I have a sense that something is about to explode. I look up and force myself to respond with a determined smile. A determined smile? Caleb, since you said that, then... Hey, we want a bit more than kissing, but prove it.
I thought everything I did was proof of my sincerity.
Nabi's like, kiss me! Press kiss me! The train track stretches into the clouds. Caleb leans in and presses his forehead against mine. Something seems changed in her heartbeat. His necklace sways with the wind and the silver glint flickers before my eyes. I'll do that to you too. A kiss touches my earlobe, and his teeth lightly graze my skin. A shiver rushes through me like a subtle poison that spreads to my fingertips. No, don't apologize. It's so cute. In this hazy moment, all boundaries appear to blur and grow unchecked.
I like you.
He kind of said that in a hungry way. I like you. My head begins to feel foggy and heavy again, and out of the corner of my eye I notice several chatters in the chat room approaching the floating island. Those are... Oh my gosh, it's... What's that? It's Nabi. What is Nabi saying? What's that poster? What's the poster say on the aircraft? What does it say? And it says, kiss me. That's how I imagine. I'm in Skyhaven, looking up. There's loads of airplanes, and these airplanes have those, like, you know, those messages, and it's like, kiss me. Exclusive to the fleet at Caleb's command. Every deployment is inevitably linked to its kernel. Tension grips me as I see them. I quickly wrap my arms around Caleb's neck. Caleb, let's go home. He follows my hurried glance, but fortunately the drifting clouds obscure everything from view.
We'll head back as soon as we get off the train.
Let's leave now. You scared? Clouds stretch endlessly outside the train, but I know Caleb will find a way out eventually. I press my hands against the edge of the train car and push myself up.
Hey, where are you going?
Use your evo. Anywhere is fine. Doesn't matter. Anyway, tomorrow's the end of the world. He grabs my arm and pulls me back into the train car. As his eyes sweep over my inner arm, his grip tightens around my wrist.
Where did this come from? The chip?
I see his lips moving, but I can't hear him. Everything is drowned out by a piercing buzz. They're here, Caleb. They're coming. My body feels lighter, and the sweltering heat vanishes into darkness, drenched in cold sweat. Pain surges in waves, and only a faint straw-like glimmer of light remains floating on the surface. Whoa. So basically they saw like some aircrafts and they sort of spotted Caleb, and that's why she's panicking, right? Oh man, that was so funny. This myth is very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. I'm having fun. This is a funny myth. My body no longer feels like my own. The searing pain courses through my nerves, burning me from the inside out. It's as if I'm being rewired with cold, ruthless precision, as if by a scalpel. Erase. Organize. The relentless buzzing in my ears makes me want to scream, yet amidst the excruciating pain, something is gently pressed to my lips. I bite down instinctively, and a metallic taste spreads across my mouth. He just bit someone's lip. When I regain consciousness, my hands and feet are bound to a bed. I can't move. The familiar cold light hits me. I'm in the fleet's infirmary. Hi, Nesquik Bunny. Why did you bring me here?
You need to control your emotions for now.
Caleb? He's back in his fleet uniform, wearing that same unfamiliar mask-like expression. You remember everything? Since when? When we were at the amusement park, or before?
I haven't even asked my questions yet. When did you get that Turing chip implanted?
Blood rushes to my head, and my sanity fractures under my shaky nerves. Cold sweat pours down as I bite my lip to keep from crying out. Let go of me. My struggles are futile to him. Caleb removes his gloves and gently rubs my swollen lips with his thumb.
Don't hurt yourself. Rest. The surgery is being prepared. The pain will disappear soon.
The pain deepens with each throb of my nerves, and my vision starts to blur again. I'm almost collapsing in his arms, but I refuse to give in. Ever since we reunited, have you been enjoying all of this? Why didn't you tell me?
If telling you the truth means watching you willingly get caught up in this mess, then I would have never shown up in your life again.
Caleb, I don't understand. They changed you. They treat you like a pawn and make you do those awful things. You belong to me. You're the person I cherish the most. How could they do this to you?
You're not feeling well, Pipsqueak. Please, just rest. When you wake up...
Okay, that completely threw me off there. Was that him undoing his zippers? When Caleb isn't paying attention, I quietly undo the restraints.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? I push him away, slip off the bed, and stagger towards the door. No one can take you away from me. I'll bring you to a place where no one can find us. I feel as if my body is out of control, and when the spinning finally steadies, I find myself stumbling and sitting down by the door. Behind me, Caleb walks over. He looks grim. Hey, let go of me. Wow. Boom. Spot on.
When you're like this, where do you think you can go? If you can't calm down, just stay like this for now. Remember when we were kids and you had a fever? You were so restless that I worried you'd hurt yourself by biting your tongue. So I let you bite my hand instead. One time you bit down really hard, and that mark lasted for 2 weeks. At the time, I thought that when you were older, I'd settle the score with you. One grievance at a time.
You're down there. Now, I'm the one who'll settle the score with you.
What do you want?
I want to peel open your heart to see what secrets are hidden within. As a fast-paced Flate's Colonel, you've never been put on a trial like this before, right?
A trial? What have I done wrong? What are you accusing me of?
You killed my Caleb. Caleb in this uniform, I don't like.
Pipsqueak, you should get some sleep now.
Look at you. You're like a sinner who's confessing.
Then can you carry a little of this sin too? Don't leave me in this loneliness any longer.
Ah, my head. My head.
It'll be like when we were kids. When you wake up. There won't be a trace of pain, or any memory of it left behind.
Thanks, Lenny. Behind the glass wall, Liam watches the girl as she lies on the device. The neural scan projection shows a red area spreading from the chip. It indicates that less than 10% of her body is affected by corrosion.
Forcefully dissolving the chip will erase all memories formed since its implantation, and it could cause irreversible damage to how her brain remembers things.
Thanks, Zane.
The worst outcome would be that she loses all her memories. Do you still want to proceed with the surgery?
Yes.
He presses the execute button and maneuvers the device to push the girl into the extraction pod. Liam hasn't checked his chip modification progress for a while. It's been a long time since he has lost control of his emotions. Most of his memories with his wife were erased during that initial struggle. The only fragment that remains is the image of the tears she shed when they last saw each other. He knew he should have cried too, but his feelings were like rusted old machinery. They rigidly froze his outstretched hand.
The chip has been successfully dissolved. The user memories have been erased.
The process finishes smoothly and the projection automatically disappears. The only unknown answer will be revealed when she wakes up. Liam looks at Caleb, who's beside him. With how he now observes things, he can't say which is more agonizing: forgetting someone or being forgotten by them. How did he regain his memories? In the dark, warm quagmire, a viscous substance slowly dissolves. My body regains a sense of boundless weightlessness. My consciousness stirs as sunlight filters through my blurred vision. Gentle footsteps echo outside. They're followed by the soft creak of a door opening. After a long while of trying to place it, I finally recognize the face before me. It seems to emerge from a hazy, water-like blur. Caleb? Sunlight spills a reddish-golden hue into the room. As I lift my hand to shield my eyes from the glaring sunset outside, Caleb leans in to block the light for me.
I asked the association if you could take sick leave. So, whether you want to rest at home or walk outside for the next few days, I'll be by your side.
My head feels heavy and foggy as if I've lost someone. Some important fragments of memories. Our eyes meet, and slowly my gaze drifts to the red mark peeking out from beneath his cuff. Bite mark. Caleb, what happened? Caleb slightly purses his lips for a fleeting moment, his expression appearing peculiar, as if he's fallen into an abyss of sorrow.
It's okay if you can't remember for now. Eat something first.
He helps me up, tucks a pillow behind my waist, and sits on the edge of the bed. He's holding a bowl of porridge. The millet porridge is thick and fragrant, perfectly cooked. I take a couple of spoonfuls from his hand before turning my face away.
You don't want more?
I don't feel like it. He gives a slight nod and stands up. As he turns around, a sudden wave of anxiety hits me. I immediately grasp the fabric at his waist. Where are you going?
I'm just putting the bowl away.
Caleb sits back down and opens his mouth like he's about to speak. Yet he chooses to remain silent.
Don't worry. I won't go anywhere until you fall asleep.
The shadows under his eyes betray a night of sleeplessness. He gently brushes away the stray strands of my hair.
Feeling sleepy?
Every cell in my brain feels drained. It's like I fought for so long. Still, I shake my head. I don't want to rest. Unless you help me fall asleep. I have a hunch that when I wake up, he'll no longer be the Caleb who only belongs to me. I curl up against his chest. After a moment, he wraps his arms around me, resting his chin on my shoulder and letting out a soft, tender laugh.
Sure. Should I tell you a bedtime story, or do something else?
No bedtime story. You've never been a good storyteller since we were kids. Besides, I don't want to hear any more of your stories. A cool silver light glimmers near my neck. The metal pendant gently swings back and forth. Struggling to keep my eyes open, I cradle the pendant in my palm. When you come back, do you still remember what this gift represents?
You hoped I'd come back safe and sound from every mission, right?
Back then I thought, if you could just return to me, I wouldn't ask for anything else. A fleeting emotion passes through Caleb's eyes. I look up and tenderly touch his face. Caleb, you always stay by my side, right?
Yes.
Then, should I put a bell around your neck? I trace my fingers along his neck. They brush over his Adam's apple before pressing down on the center of his collarbone. He'll be right here. That way, You won't be able to escape me.
When you held my hand that day for the first time, I knew I'd never get away from you.
He leans down and kisses my forehead with a tenderness to show how much he truly cherishes me.
So don't be afraid. No matter what happens, I'll be here for
This
you.
music is so beautiful.
Now, time to sleep.
I smile, settle into a comfortable position in his arms, and close my eyes, holding his hand gently. Good night. What Caleb doesn't know is that the dissolution of the torn chip didn't completely erase those memories. Even long after, I still remember every absurd story I told him during those 3 days. The misplaced kiss amidst the clouds, and the searing warmth of his skin. However, this little secret only exists in those 3 days. It must wither and decay, buried in the soil, even if we were to fall and get devoured in that dense jungle. The amusement park is closed. The dreams are meant to remain within the realm of dreams. No one has visited the small garden behind the shelter in a long time. The young man wearing a uniform pushes open the iron gate and walks along the desolate path into the expanse of plants. His leather boots step over a toppled seesaw in the weeds. In the distance within his view, a girl is sitting on a paper crane. Her back faces him. She swings her legs over when she turns to him. The rusty springs beneath her emit a jarring, screeching note. Caleb, you're here. The side of the elephant's slide was etched with uneven marks of their height as they grew up. One row on the left, one on the right. His marks always sit a bit higher than hers.
I'm the older one, so I'll always be taller. And because I'm older than you, my hands are bigger. I'll start school earlier too. I'll always be a step ahead. That's just how it is.
The boy's voice fades away. He looks up and sees his 11-year-old self climbing that tall tree near the building for the first time. He sits at the treetop. He draws out a paper crane from the window using his evo and brings the girl from inside the building to the window's edge. He times it perfectly. He peeks out from under the windowsill and extends his hand towards her. He asks as if she wants to come along with him. This abandoned place with overgrown vegetation is their first paradise, but the wind sweeps away those lingering echoes of the past. Hide and seek is over, and she appears before him from the swirling darkness. Caleb, how come you're always the first one to find me? Her voice pierces his heart like a jolt of electricity, a lingering affliction he can never quite heal. It's also the source of his fears, his retreats, and his darkest thoughts. She stands at the end of everything, drawing him in. Gravity warps into the black hole around her. He clasps his right arm as though offering a solemn gesture of devotion.
Maybe it's because I love you a little more than you realize.
Oh, that is so sweet. In the zero-gravity lab, the young man's body floats under the cold light, suspended in an almost primordial state. Tiny currents of electricity cackle in the air and sliver into his mechanical right arm.
The partial modification that's been completed is still under the Turing chip's control. However, we can't access the chip's records of Caleb's memories.
Has the chip been damaged?
Despite Caleb not being the perfect subject, they've sacrificed a great deal to obtain him. If the Turing chip in his body suffers any damage, the long-hidden plan will be in vain.
The chip's integrity is at 93%. It appears he's purposefully sealed his brain rather than damaging it. The patrol data we input disappears whenever it reaches a specific area. It doesn't get rejected or intercepted. It vanishes as if...
It's being pulled into a black hole.
Yes.
How troublesome.
Humans are inherently flawed, making us indecisive and hesitant. Only by erasing these weaknesses can we become invincible. If we don't tackle this area, we'll never be able to achieve a complete modification to him. Is there another way?
The Enforcer inputs another string of characters on the control panel, and after a moment...
Found it. This area was encrypted with multiple layers, so there must be a key to unlock it. There's likely only one key, and it's probably a one-time use.
The old man nods, giving one last glance at his great work before turning to leave the room.
Then let's find it, no matter the cost.
This is some juicy lore, guys. Juicy lore. Damn, juicy lore. That was a good myth. But it still doesn't answer so many questions in my head. That was a sweet myth. That was really sweet. And he's definitely the one that's being tortured, right? That's Caleb. Wow. Yeah, I think the pacing was really, really good. I was hooked from the beginning. Each chapter wasn't like a little bit long or dragged out. It was just nice. It was pleasant the whole time. I think Caleb's voice actor did a really good job as well. I like him. I like as a character as well. I think honestly, my favorite allies in this game is Silas and Caleb. I think it's those two. It's gotta be those two. Oh, but Raphael's good as well. Oh, jeez. They're all good. They all have tragic stories. But I feel like their personalities are very pleasant for me. Caleb's the guy that I'd go to the gym with. Silas is like peak man. Peak man. Peak handsome man. This song is so good. I really enjoyed doing this myth actually. I can see why people were excited about this one. What a fantastic myth, right? Jeez. Yeah. I feel like if you had a character, if you know someone in real life that's like Caleb or Silas, then you're winning. Crazy. Wow. I think he's got a very interesting story as well. I think that's why I'm more attracted to there's so much good content. I'm eating good right now. Apparently this is the next canon one, right? He's so good. Caleb is sick. I think he's allowed to be toxic, honestly. Today, Caleb gets to lean on me for a change. It's a fantastic myth.
It's pouring outside. You know, the weather's been unpredictable lately. 1 minute it's hot, and the next it's cold. And everyone's getting sick. It sucks.
I thought you were still recovering, so you wouldn't be able to meet up this time. I think he's allowed... So what I mean by that is He's literally lost an arm. So if he's trying to do things that protects you and overall is better, I would say he has a lot of reasons as to justify that, you know. In my opinion. He lost an arm. He's lost his arm. Come on.
But I haven't seen you in forever.
I've done Endless Summer already, yeah.
Yeah, we don't hang out much these days. You've been so busy since becoming a hunter. Oh, right. Take care of yourself out there.
Don't worry. I'll come back to Skyhaven when I get the chance. It's already midnight when we leave the cafe. I finished catching up with 2 friends I hadn't seen in a long time. I feel like... Okay, let me clear it before we start this. I feel like Caleb is like... He has come across a lot of decisions that he has to make that are... You cannot have a perfect answer to. That's the problem. Like, for example, would you give... Like, if you was, I don't know, if you had to give an organ to someone, who would you give it to, sort of thing? So even though this person had been waiting for 5 years, there's a child that needs this organ, who do you give it to? You know, it's like one of those types of questions, like one of them will die. And it's like, I feel like Caleb is probably one of, if not the only characters at the moment, from my knowledge, that has to go through a lot of these decisions constantly. It seems like Caleb has gotten a lot of attention from Infold because he has to make so many interesting decisions, and they've given him that personality of the big brother. So you mix big brother type attitude with really, really freaking hard decisions to make, and you get like a supposed control freak, even though he's lost his whole arm. He's losing his memories. He's got a chip inside his brain, and I still don't know why he has that in his head, but I am assuming it's to protect MC, because otherwise, why would he be half Iron Man? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And he's always out there for us. He's always tidying our hair up. He's always taking care of us and making us feel all right. But I don't think he would do any of those decisions without it being the MC's safety and ideal sort of ideal for the MC, if you know what I mean. I don't think he'd make any other decision. So that's why I feel like, personally, him giving you sleeping pills, I mean, it's not like he did anything wrong to me. He just wanted to keep me safe. Like, I mean, it's bad, but hey, what's even worse is that he's traded his right arm for my safety. Like, that's bad. That is bad. I will happily take some sleeping pills if I made someone or the love of my life lose their arm. I would give me the whole bottle. I'll down it, you know. So as the rain falls, I rummage through my bag for an umbrella and my phone.
We had such a great time, and I lost track of time. Not to mention, it's hard to get a taxi around here.
Ah, crap. I quickly see several missed calls from Caleb on my phone screen. I promised Caleb I'd be home before 12 when I left.
What's wrong?
Can I stay over at your place tonight?
Why? Is there something scary waiting for you at home? Why do you look so worried?
It's probably because I'm home.
Oh, sorry. This is not good for the YouTube. Your comments are going crazy. To be fair, all the LIs in lads are problematic. Raphael is a stalker. Xavier, who is also much more older than MC. Silas is an out-and-out criminal. And I was just thinking when you said that, well, Caleb's a stalker. Raphael's a stalker. Xavier always shows up randomly, so he's a stalker. Zane also randomly shows up out of nowhere, so he's a stalker. And Silas, I don't think he's the only one that really isn't a stalker. Because he doesn't show up randomly. We're the ones that are trying to find him. So Silas is the only one that I feel is not a stalker. Or is he? Mephisto stalks us. Okay. Well, I think virtual remote stalking is better than physical stalking. So in that context, Silas is better. Silas win. Silas win. Or is the true stalker the MC? It's all you guys, you know, you little stalkers out there. Because instead of just going with one love interest, you guys, you eat them all. Huh? Not knowing when Caleb arrived, I can only turn around with unease because he's a stalker. His umbrella is already above my head before he's standing before me.
Skyhaven isn't very safe tonight. I can drive all of you home.
Thanks, but you don't have to. My apartment is right across the street.
Oh, shut down.
Mine's nearby too. You don't need to trouble yourself.
He's here to pick you up, right? Do you still want to stay over at my place?
No, it's okay.
Then we'll get going now.
Yeah, see you later.
I think the hacking's cool though. That means Silas is intelligent. Or he has power. As my friend leaves, they cast a worried look at me. Nah, Zane is a secret stalker. He's like, oh, I'm in the same dessert shop as you. Oh, how convenient. Is she looking? Or he's like, oh, yes, I'm so busy. I've just done 50 surgeries in a day. And I've just all of a sudden bumped into you at 3:45 p.m. in a shopping mall. Oh, my bad. It's like, how the hell are you randomly bumping into me when you work like 300 hours in a week? Well, I'm gonna see this doctor. I'm seeing this doctor that might know more about my heart and my protocol heart. And he's like, oh, I'm so busy, 300 hours. And, oh, look, I see you in the train station. Oh, hello. Out of the blue at the perfect time. I'm not stalking you. It's just a coincidence, guys. It's just a coincidence. Oh. He's so busy. He hardly has any time to bloody do anything outside of work. But yet every single time we go out, and it's like, oh, we could really use a doc. Yo, you're here. You're here. It's not convenient. There are so many more doctors out there than just Zane. I'm just saying, and he's the most busiest. He doesn't seem that busy if we keep bumping into him. Goodness me, he needs to work more. Haven't you ever randomly hung out? We're not hanging out, Mari. We're literally finding out like that we're taking a train to basically Norway, to like the Nordics area. We had to go north, like where the Northern Lights were. Do you remember that chapter? I think it was chapter 3 or something like that. But we literally went to the Nordics, where the Northern Lights were, to find a professor, and just so happens Zane's going as well. Whoa! Oh, the same time. Wow. Oh, you took a week off? You took a business trip, a week off at the exact same time? Oh. At least Caleb is open to being a stalker. He just comes up with an umbrella like, hello. Hello, I'm here. Hello. You want to come home with me? You know. At least he's an open stalker. Zane is deadly. He's in denial. He's in denial. Chief surgeon in Lincoln, but has every single time MCs on their own. Caleb, I wasn't ignoring your calls on purpose. I was chatting with my friends and didn't notice my phone was ringing.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit... Me and Zane have a love-hate relationship, okay? I actually like Zane, but I feel like he is a bit of a weird... I don't know if I would like to spend my time with them. But the more and more I get to know him, the more I'm like, okay, he's kind of cool. But at the same time, I do not like how he did the interview in his debut. I think the interview was sucked. And I think he was a bad doctor because he didn't follow privacy rules. Number two, he always brags about being so busy and overtimey. But I really don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Not one bit. Anyway.
You ordered coffee 3 times. You really were into the conversation and lost track of time.
When did you get here? And why didn't you go inside the cafe, you weirdo?
You were laughing up a storm. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, cool you. Seeing how drenched his shoulders are, I feel even more guilty. Must have been standing outside for a long time. See, he's an open stalker. Do you know what I mean? This is love and deep stalkers. You've got 5 stalkers, but at least this one's like, I'm a stalker and I'll do it. And I'll hold an umbrella and stand 5 centimeters away from you just to let you know that I'm stalking you. You know? You didn't have to pick me up. I could have just gone by myself or just stayed.
You have a home. Here.
Okay.
Besides, Skyhaven isn't as safe as you think it is.
Isn't this place safe with the guards on patrol?
They should consider themselves lucky if they can hold on to their lives.
He leads me to the car. The rain becomes heavier. Its pitter-pattering irritates me for some reason.
If I hadn't picked you up, you would have gone to your friend's place, right?
Wait, hold on a second. And Raphael, his myth takes place 30,000 years. 30,000 years ahead of time, okay? So you can either call that dedicated love, or he's been stalking you for 30,000 years. Which one is it? Is that love? Or is that him stalking you? Oh man, she's gonna come back soon. She's got that heart. I'm gonna rejuvenate the sea. I'm gonna bring back the sea. But instead of bringing back the sea, guess what he does? He lets her live. And he starts going on an adventure to Whale Fall City, I think it was. And so he can stalk her for longer, for more. I don't know, guys. You guys are a little bit sus right now, I say.
You'd message me with an apology. Oh, and throw in a cute emoji as the cherry on top. With that done, you'd put your phone away and curl up into a ball to sleep. You wouldn't even dare to check my response.
He doesn't remember his past life from the get-go. That's probably even worse then. So every time he's reborn, he's like, oh yeah, I just remember I stalk. So you're telling me for 30,000 years he got how many? Let's say the average lifespan. I'm getting into it now. Here we go. Average lifespan, let's just say like 80 years, right? So he's had 375 lives. And every time he's like, I can't remember much about my previous past, but I need a stalk. Stalk MC. Oh man. So he's had so many times he's had a decision to leave. Do something else. He's come back for revenge.
You'd wait it out and believe I wouldn't be upset.
I'm only kidding, guys.
And once I'm away on a mission or something,
I think Raphael's really
you would
sweet.
sneak back into the house and pretend nothing happened, right?
He goes through my plan with impeccable accuracy. My face is flushed as I feel I should defend myself. Baka.
Get in. It's cold outside.
Oh damn, you cold little shit. Inside the car, Caleb switches on the air conditioning, and once it starts moving, I open my eyes. Caleb, I'm an adult. I have stuff to do. Come on. And I'm a hunter. I know how to protect myself. Nice car, by the way, dude. Bro.
Yeah, there are guards on patrol. But you have no idea how they slack off while on the job. Especially when no one's looking.
How does he know that? Is he just a stalker for everyone? Maybe he's like Batman. He's just always prepared. That's interesting that he knows that, you know. Right. Only you are the epitome of dedication and stalkerish behavior, Colonel. Annoyed, I say these words before looking out the car window. A cool sensation hits my face as Caleb's finger touches the area below my eye. Confused by this unexpected touch, I turn my head.
I thought you were crying.
I'm not crying. Besides, this isn't the first time we've argued.
Then don't fall asleep in the car.
Why should I listen to you?
Sleep can make memories more intense before bedtime. And right now, I'm Caleb the Loathsome.
Oh. I was going to call you Caleb the Stalker, but annoying lord who deserves to be hated is a good one. So what happened this time? He uses a turn signal without really answering my question.
The fleet's still keeping things under wraps. But it'll be on the news tomorrow.
He can scout my uncharted area. Do you know what? We scouted his big blue area earlier. His big full body scan. Whew. That was something to behold. Boy, oh boy. And then what else was there? That was really funny. Oh, geez. There was so many funny moments in this. Myth is funny. This myth is so good.
You think I've been acting weird?
This explains why you're acting like a weirdo, right? Think whatever you want. I lean back against the seat, and as I watch the scenery outside glide past me, my eyelids grow heavier and heavier.
A world built on ruins is an illusion.
Sorry, dude. Can you speak up?
Which means it can be destroyed.
Hello, Caleb. Can you speak up? Caleb's voice, hard to make out, reaches me.
A ruined world doesn't deserve you.
Man, he went hella deep all of a sudden. I wake up. Sunlight streams in through the partially closed curtains. Good morning. It's already a new day. What the hell? Memories flood my mind as I recall everything that happened after Caleb picked me up last night. He told me to check the news today. I immediately grabbed my phone. There's a headline about the tragic death of a fleet officer who was attacked by a wanderer while on his way home. So that's why Caleb was in a rush to take me home. Was I too mean to him last night?
How may I help you?
Can you apologize to Caleb for me?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what the command is.
Why hasn't anyone developed AI at this point? I get out of bed, and after freshening up, I knock on the door to Caleb's room. I don't get a response. Did he go out?
I am currently checking Caleb's movement log for today. Caleb hasn't gone out yet.
He's still here? Wait, excuse me, wait, is this bot a stalker bot as well? How the hell does this bot know where you're going? Just as I'm about to knock again, my phone suddenly buzzes. I'm home not feeling well, so I'm gonna rest. How come you sick? It's just a fever. Oh, I should say it in his voice. It's just a fever. I'll be fine after sleeping a bit, pipsqueak. What's your temperature? Open the door and let me know. Look at your head. Look at you. Look at me. I'm fine. Don't worry. I turn the doorknob only to find out the door is locked. Caleb, you don't have to goon in your own room. Gooner fever. Why did you lock the door? I don't hear any noise coming from inside his room. Caleb, are you still mad at me? I apologize. It's then that I hear Caleb's voice.
I'm not mad, and you don't need to apologize.
Oh, dude. He sounds like he's in the toilet. MC, I think you're being a bit stalkerish. Doesn't he sound like he's in the toilet? That doesn't sound like a room to me.
I'm not mad. You don't need to apologize.
I'm not mad. I'm just constipated. I've never heard him sound so exhausted. Yo, where the MC's such a good stalker. We're not even letting him like go to the bathroom like in peace. Concerned, I knock on the door again. Let me get in. Caleb, open the door. I haven't finished reading a book. I almost forgot I left it in your room. There are rustling sounds on the other side of the door. Wow, Gem Winter for 2 months. Thank you so much. As soon as I don't recognize that noise. It's like having children. Never have bathroom peace again. I'm pretty sure that surveillance room does exist in this dimension and well staffed too. Thank you very much, Gem. That's so sweet of you. I hope it wasn't the stalker thing that got you the sub. Because that'll get me a bit worried if that was. But hey, we are playing Love and Deep Stalkers, so... As soon as he opens the door, I try to squeeze in through the gap. However, Caleb stands in the way. He pushes me out. Gem, you are a gem, but that's a good one. While shoving a book into my hands. Although I haven't seen her say anything.
Pipsqueak.
Gem, are you here? Where's Gem? As I approach him, I immediately sense the heat that's radiating from his body. He feels so hot. I won't deny or confirm. Damn. Get Gem on trial right now. Did you subscribe? Is it because you're a stalker? What is it? Speak. Speak your words. Did you get sick because you waited for me outside the cafe and got caught in the rain?
Don't blame yourself. And it has nothing to do with you. I've taken some medicine. I'll be fine.
Stop accusing people of being stalkers. Alright. It's almost like, have you seen that, is it Oprah Winfrey? She's like, you get a thingy, you get a thingy, everybody gets it. It's like, you're a stalker, I'm a stalker, everybody's a stalker. That's a good meme. At least don't lock the door. Let me in so I can take care of you.
Have you ever seen me be defeated by something as small as this? I can handle it. Don't you have your own stuff to do? Focus on that.
Caleb! I make another desperate attempt to push past Caleb and enter the bedroom, but the door closes right in front of me. Let's see how long you can keep this up, tough guy. That's so sweet. I've been racking my brain since noon, and I come up with countless excuses to convince Caleb to unlock the door, but it's all in vain. Night falls in the blink of an eye, carrying some food back home. I head to the kitchen, and I'm going to cook a meal for Hazard Love Free for the subscription. Thank you very much. For some reason, a heaviness lingers in my heart. Cold water rushes down my hand, and I realize that this experience is somewhat unfamiliar to me. Caleb is staying at home while I take care of things around the house. Mr. Myth. Wait, what happened? Did I miss something? Are you guys laughing at something? What's going on? Meep meep. Did I miss something? Oh, Mer gifted it. Oh, you asked for it. Oh, Mer, you sweetheart. Jesus, sweetie. I can tell you that. Did you guys know Mer has a Silas-sized hole? Holding a tray with a bowl of porridge, I make my way to Caleb's room, and unsurprisingly, the door is still locked. Is that still the name? It's not. You've changed it. Where is it? I can't make that joke now. I've left myself exposed. I'm going to get cancelled. I'm going to get cancelled now. See, there's no evidence. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I need to check my Twitter later. I'll write a tweet long about how I apologize about holes and Mer. What when did you get rid of that name? I'm checking the Discord now. Is that still there? It's still there. It was on Twitch, I'm sure. I'm sure it was on Twitch. Standing before the door, I gently knock on it. Caleb. Or Hazard. Mer, I made you some food. No noise comes from the other side of the door. I got scratched by a stray cat when I was outside earlier. It hurts. Can you open the door and help me check it, Hazard?
I'm pretty sure you said stray cats always welcomed you with open paws. Remember to review your past lies before you tell a new one next time.
Using a lot more force, I knock on the door again and again. If I had a fever and locked myself in my room, you would have already kicked the door down. Why can't I do the same thing to you, Caleb? You're the epitome of double standards in Skyhaven. Come on. I will see you today, boy. And I'll just pick the lock if you keep the door shut.
Here's a friendly reminder. When you're asking for help, you should gently approach them.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The heavy door quietly stands before me. It's as if it will never open. Caleb, what are you afraid of? No response. Sighing, I put down the tray in a dark corridor. I crouch down and place my hand on the door between us. In the silence, a soft click reaches my ear. I quickly stand up and turn the doorknob. What the hell was that noise? Was that from the game? What on earth was that noise? I don't see anything either. Was that the game? I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, my old man Nayt's coming out, isn't it? What was that, Mari? Was that something? Caleb lies down on the bed, and he's not lying down. He's standing straight up. He speaks. It was the game. Good. He speaks in a hoarse and resigned manner.
I told you, I'm fine. I wasn't lying.
But you kept yourself locked inside. I'm worried about you. How do you change the color of your Kirby? That's a really good question, ladies and gentlemen. So the way you change your Kirby is you type in exclamation mark color, and then with a space bar, you then type the name of the the LI that you like, and you'll change the color to them.
How can I keep up the tough guy act if I let you see me like this?
Baka, do you really have the energy to joke when you sound like that? I sit down on the edge of the bed. Caleb turns over, but he's facing away from me. I reach out and touch his forehead. Man, you're still hot. Then you hadn't picked me up last night.
I already said it has nothing to do with you. I got sick because I was overworked and didn't get enough rest.
Oh, join our Discord. I can't help but touch his cheek. There's a lot of areas you can share. I just saw someone saying like share images and stuff. But yeah, join the Discord and it's a good place. First things first. Eat this porridge. I also have meds for your fever. And where's the thermometer? Let's check your temperature.
While I'm kinda used to you being bossy, I don't feel like playing along.
Let's take his temperature. 39.2. You still have a fever. Right now you have no choice but to...
It was better this morning. I feel like a champ right now.
You're a champ at acting tough, I'll give you that.
When have I ever lied to you?
His voice is deeper, and for a moment, I don't know how to respond. Instead of saying something, I move the pillow to let him sort of sit up in his bed. And holding the bowl, I stir the porridge that's still hot.
You can't think of anything.
Nope. Because there's a lot I could say, and by the time I'm done, the porridge would have gotten cold.
When I went to Skyhaven for college, I promised to call you every week. Have I ever gone back on my word?
And with my head lowered, I continue staring.
When we were kids, I'd get anything for you so long as you asked for it. Was there ever an exception?
Enough of the small talk, bub. You said you'd never hurt me.
Do you feel like everything I do is supposed to hurt you?
Your inability to believe I can protect myself hurts me. Also, locking yourself in your room and not letting me see you when you're sick is hurting yourself, which indirectly hurts me. Oh, and then he just grunted. Why aren't you saying anything? If you think I'm wrong, you're free to correct me. He's still silent like a fragile snail. Eat. If you don't finish it, I will.
You really enjoy taking care of sick people, huh?
No, I want your food. He points at the bowl.
Give it to me.
Hello, color. Since Nayt is British, yes. Oh, British. You want me to talk like British? Caleb finishes the porridge and takes his medicine. I remain by his side and watch over him until the moon rises. That's like Cornwall. That's like Southwest. Drowsiness washes over me, struggling to stay awake. I can't do that accent. But I can do a Peaky Blinder accent. I prop my chin up on my hand. Do you want me to read like that for a bit?
Tired?
A little. I'll return to my room once my fever's gone down. Or your fever's, my bad.
You can take a nap here.
I stop rubbing my eyes once he says that, and with my eyes half closed, I see he's making space for me in the bed. Scoot over some more, you fat bastard.
Do you also want more of the blanket?
Wrapping the blanket around me, I drape my arm over Caleb to ensure he's still covered. Do you guys want me to continue doing that? I want more of the pillow too.
You're demanding so much from a pitiful sick person. Use my arm instead.
I sound like Hagrid. He's Cornwall, yeah. I rest my head on his right arm while Caleb leans against the headboard. He gazes down at me.
I barely remember the last time I looked at you like this.
That's because I'm a Peaky fucking blinder.
You were sleeping.
Getting a ball of whiskey. Getting a shot of whiskey. Down the hatch.
You even drooled, you know. I couldn't help but wonder what tasty food was in your dreams.
Draco Malfoy. Isn't that like a snotty kid? That's not even British, is that? Caleb, I think you'll look super hot when you're quiet. Why don't you just shut up for once?
Sure.
Finally, a faint smile appears on his face, and he smooths out my hair as his gaze finds its way back to me. Feeling slightly awkward, I look away from his face, and instead I focus on his slender neck until I see a silver chain. The necklace I gave him securely hangs from his neck and touches his chest. Harry Potter! Dude. The way he breathes, I've got to say, the way Caleb breathes, it almost sounds like he's smoking, don't you think?
Sure.
No, wait, that wasn't it.
Hey, I have to tell you something.
I avoid his gaze as if I was caught red-handed. I'm listening.
Let's make up.
What do you mean?
We fought last night. Don't tell me you already forgot.
Oh, I did. I've got a goldfish memory. And wait, who are you?
Then we should patch things up like we always do after every argument.
You still haven't told me why you refused to let me in. Why did you even change your mind? Okay. You're scared, right? You're afraid I'll see your weakness. He's a smoker. Did you hear him cough? He's like, or he vapes. He must vape. That's the trend now, isn't it?
You want to see my weakness?
Boom, bitches.
Thank you for the follow, Rakush. You want to see my weakness? I'll show you my weakness. Unzip! Thomas fucking Shelby. If this was Thomas fucking Shelby, he'll be like, what fucking weakness is that? What the fuck is that? We should do like a...
Oh, now you have...
Do a bloody... Have you guys seen The Office? I freaking love The Office. So you have a fever when your ears are red.
Let's go with that.
I don't know why I laughed at that. I just... head out the gutter. Let me touch your ears. Oh. Oh, they're so hard. Oh, let me just get closer to you. You're very ill, but... He's very ill, but he's contagious. And we're just... Man, do you not know COVID-19 happened, girl? Why are you doing this?
You still want to confirm it? You're even copying what I do when you're sick?
Caleb, what can I do to make you feel better, man?
When you were sick, you never wanted to be alone. You made me sing for you. Then you'd complain, say I sucked, and cover my mouth.
Well, I can sing for you too, then. Some long for longevity before fading to dust. Oh, she does. Oh, she does. Woo! What's this? What's the lyrics? What's the lyrics? Let me bring it out. Some long for longevity before fading to dust. Some long for eternal sleep and eulogy chanted by stars. There you go. Oh my gosh, I get to sing for him right now. That's sick. Into that serenity lost time forever buried. She rambled 1,000 times and million miles searching for her life. Are you still listening? Sorry. Are you done? It was good.
Not at all.
He's like, and he said he never lies, you son of a gun. Dude, you have COVID and you're breathing all over me. Yo, back up, bro. Caleb, you're still messing around. You're not even letting me see your weakness. Oh my gosh. When it says you're not even letting me see your weakness, I thought that arrow was like... It didn't say the words. I thought it was just like, we're going to put our hand down there. I was like, whoa.
Don't go.
I've never kept anything from you. And I also can't read that fast. But the same can't be said about you.
I can't have any weaknesses. Then you'll feel safe relying on me.
I don't want to stand behind you. I want to... Wait, what? My head is in the gutter once more, ladies and gentlemen. And we will... This is my head. Okay. Okay. There we go. My assumption was that it was going to say, I don't want to stand behind you. I want you to stand behind me. My brain has been fried today. I am so sorry. For you, all you innocent viewers out there, there has been too many funny voice acting moments and story moments during his myth that has completely fried my brain. So as Caleb has forgotten his memories in the myth, I too will now wipe the gutter dirt and erase it from my brain right now. Beep. Nope, it's not gone. I just need to...
This is my weakness. She's here. For a long time, she's been here.
Oh, that's sweet. Damn, MC's kind of skinny. She's kind of skinny, ain't she? She'd be like on the catwalk, like oosh, oosh. Time slips away unnoticed, and only when moonlight casts a soft glow on the wall above the bed does Caleb break the silence.
We're good now?
Oh yeah, we're good now, baby. Have you forgiven me?
Of course. I'm pretty sure it's a fever anyway. I'll be good as new in no time. I'm afraid that if you see me at my lowest, you won't believe I can always protect you. Come a little closer.
I move towards him and smooth out the wrinkles on his clothes. Arguing at dawn and making up before nighttime. Caleb and I don't hold grudges overnight.
You shouldn't forgive me so easily, or else I'll want to keep testing your limits.
Suddenly, the arms around me tighten their grip. I almost want to free myself, yet as soon as he senses this, he holds me even tighter. He refuses to let me go. Caleb. A lot of people say the knife that hurts the most isn't wielded by your enemies, but the people closest to you. We're the closest people to each other. We'd never hurt each other.
Are you afraid I'll hurt you?
Do you think you can hurt me like this?
You're right. It turns out a simple illness can easily knock me off my feet.
It's called man flu, dude.
Speaking of which, whenever you were sick as a kid, you'd use that as an opportunity to make me fulfill one of your requests.
I cup his cheek to offer him solace. Hey. Well, Caleb's an adult now. I can also do that. Caleb holds my hand that's pressed against his cheek. The warmth from his palm flows through me. Hey. He thinks for a moment before speaking slowly.
I want you to stay here. Stay with me. Please, spend the next 100 years with me.
I look up at him only to see even his breaths appear restrained. Right here.
Lincoln or Skyhaven, it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere so long as you're by my side.
Wow, I might not live 100 years.
Don't you always say I'm in great shape? You'll be around for however many years I'm alive and kicking.
But we're not the same person.
True. We're not. Cat got your tongue? Do you think my request is too much?
You guys are all so small compared to me. Ha 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 ha. You tiny specimens. You know what I mean? Look at you guys, you little Kirby's. Look at your little Kirby's, how small you are compared to me, the giant. Look how big I am. Ha ha ha. I could eat the Kirby's. I could like... Aye! Caleb, 100 years ago is too long. I can't promise you that yet. If a person makes a promise and breaks it, well, that's the cruelest thing anyone can do.
It's okay if you can't give me an answer right now. But for you, I'll do it.
Is that a really attractive quality for shorter ladies out there? Like when the dude just... A lot of people have that, or like, you know, when... I've heard, not from a very reliable source, but Reddit, they've said like, what's so attractive is when a man is like, rolls their sleeves up. Like...
You won't stand behind me. I'll let you stand by my side.
That's a sweet memory. What have I missed in the chat? How tall am I? I am 183 centimeters. Pretty much exactly, with no shoes. If you want it with shoes, I'm probably like 6'1", 6'2". Rikush is tall. What am I missing? You guys comparing heights? Yan Yu Nian. Is that how you say it? I'm tall for an Asian person, I think. You can look at like average heights in like Hong Kong, Japan, and all that. I think the average is like 5'9". So when I do go to Asia, I tend to be like a giraffe. So if my friends lose me or my family lose me, they can kind of see me from quite far away. So it's good. It's good. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. That was a cute story. I tell you what, I feel like the shorter men there are, they are so jacked. They're so incredibly muscly. And I always ask them for tips because they're freaking... I know this guy, he's huge. Absolutely huge. And he's such a nice guy. Yeah. How does it feel to be the same height? They're still taller than me. I think the only person that I share the same height with is Raphael. I think I looked at this ages ago. Raphael is the same height as me. I think Silas is 6'2". Zane is 6'1", maybe? Honestly, I would say I'm speaking on behalf of all men, so take this with a pinch of salt. But I think men, whether you're a short lady or a short queen or a tall princess or whatever you are, we men are not fussy. We'll love you all the same, so long as you love us back. That's the truth. You know, people get conscious about, you know, chest sizes and stuff. For men, doesn't really matter, so long as you love us. I would say, like, a healthy, not toxic man in a relationship is almost like a golden retriever. There's a lot of men like that, but unfortunately, and that's why with the online dating scene, they struggle because there's so many desperate men to find love. I'm not sure. I don't know how it is for women, actually. I don't know how it is for women, but I know for men it's tough out there. And even with the short kings, I like calling them short kings if we're ever gonna use height as an indication of attraction or anything. I don't, because they're kings. They're absolute kings. I love them. But yeah, MC seems really short here in this game. I'm not sure for that height. What's her height? MC is like 5'5", yeah. Yeah, that's about right. So it'd be like... Yeah, this is the... If MC was right here, she'd be like... Yeah, like... Here. Apparently 5'5". I don't know where the official is, but... Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of really decent men out there. They just can't find love. A lot of my friends, you know, I know this really, really sweet guy, and he's a tunnel engineer, and he works really hard, and he's passionate about his job. He's a big friendly giant. He's like just slightly taller than me. I think he's like 184, I would say. 184, I'm 183. Yeah. I know he's been in the space, but he's at that point where now he's learned to not be desperate and pursuing. And I feel like with that he's attracted more ladies. He's a nice guy. Northern Chinese are super tall. Apparently, some Chinese people have blonde hair and blue eyes. Did you know that, guys? There's a small village of Chinese people that have blonde hair and blue eyes. No, Koreans are not. I think the deception with Korean is... Actually, me and my sister were talking about this yesterday, but there's a lot of history, especially in the West, that always favors the Japanese and the Koreans. There's a lot of dark history where like it looks down on the Chinese and all that, and like the Japanese were classed as different citizens and all that. But either way, Yeah, I'm not sure if Koreans are actually that tall. I know the superstars are. They're about my height, right? Like, for example, who's the tallest guy in BTS? What's he? Yeah, so RM is the tallest individual in BTS, right? He's shorter than me. So he might look like a giant, but he's shorter than me. Because he's only 181. And, yeah. It's interesting that. Just faint. You just fainted? You okay? Yeah, I think North Chinese, and if you want the tallest Asians, I think it's North Chinese and yeah, they're huge. You guys seen the Chinese basketball team? They're flipping huge. I think they started injecting Asian, you know, the Asian kids. I feel like they've started injecting them with like growth hormones now as well, I've heard. Which is really weird. I feel like we should just celebrate all heights, you know, like I'm like a big friendly giant for an Asian. I'm quite tall, but yeah. I wouldn't wow, that's so condensed now. Maybe I know they I don't know if it's just the diet though. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's just the diet. Yeah. You can do your own researches into it. I think I've seen a lot of it and it's a bit weird, but either way, people do what they want to do, right? I don't know if I should have this here or not. Like, it's quite big, isn't it? Oh. Maybe I should put it here, because I'm always looking to the side, right? Yeah, like that. There. There you guys. Gave you a spot to stay. We'll look into some overlays. Hey, my overlays are good. They're super good. You don't like this? You don't like this? This overlay is great. Look at the Kirby's. It is a Kirby doll on the back. Ooh. I'll get. So cute. This is MC's head. This is just. This is a comparison, I guess. So. If we ever had like a huge like a TwitchCon thing, and if I ever get big enough, I'm not sure if I ever will, but if we ever did, you can see me, and yeah, I don't lie about my height. So we always have this conversation somehow. But I keep saying, there's so many dudes out there. Honestly, we don't help ourselves, men, because I know we're lonely and we're looking for girls, but also because men have this competitive spirit in us, they tend to lie about certain things, and especially their height. And I don't know why, just like own it. If you're like 5'2", you're 5'2", it's cool. Really? Should we do an exercise and be like, everyone migrate to Twitch? Okay, everyone migrate to YouTube. Like a Mexican wave. Go here, go there. That'll be pretty funny. Does my family ever watch my live streams? No. But my mum and my dad do know about it. My sister does, yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Well. Just be a real one. You have both streams open. I know you do. Thanks, Jem. That's so sweet of you. My sister is about a year older than me. Mistress Payne, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I really enjoyed the streams today. They were really fun. That was sick. Yeah, appreciate it. Do you guys have fun when we do these streams? Everyone seems to love the L&D ones. You guys love the L&D ones for sure. I like streaming L&D. I wish I had more time to stream it, honestly, but I record it and then I have to, like, because a lot of people don't come to the live streams, I'll have to then upload them in segments onto the YouTube channel. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I got so much work. And like Raphael's Myth, we did Raphael's Myth like 4 weeks ago. I still haven't uploaded that. What the hell? It's crazy. It's crazy. Got my little blanket with me. I like reading the chat. It's nice. It's nice to see there's so many people around the world that care for the same thing and sort of have like minds. Good. Good. I'm glad you had fun. I had lots of fun too. Bless you all. We all gooners. It's okay. It's okay. I feel like I need this as my alarm clock. Do you know what the song's called? Is it Lucid Dreams? Yeah. It is pretty much the end of the stream. I think my family want to watch a film. And I've got to go to the gym. So I gotta pump that iron. I need to. So you can easily tell. I'm not afraid to say it, but I've eaten a lot of carbs this week. You can easily tell it here. So when honestly, oh my gosh, need to eat more protein. Stick to the system. Yeah, get rid of the carb chin. I look like the crimson. You know I need to have. If I get rid of the carbs, I look like the Crimson Chin from the dude with the fairy godparents. Do you guys remember that show? Nickelodeon. Oh, anyway, well, I had a lot of fun, guys. That was really cool. If you haven't already and you enjoyed what the chat's like here, then I fully recommend you guys join our Discord. It's the same mods, it's the same person, me. But there's some really, really lovely people there that are happy to speak 24/7. So if you enjoyed the vibes here and you need some time to chill, and if I'm not streaming, hey, you can check out the Discord and hang out there, okay? Awesome. Well, that was fun. Have a good weekend. I'm sorry that I changed it from Sunday 6:30 to Saturday 1:30, but we should be back on schedule next week. But I hope you enjoyed the Caleb Myth today. We'll be doing more Caleb story next week. We've got loads more memories to do, like Painful Signal. Yeah, and we'll figure it out next week. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Have a good one.